What is a living vehicle? Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us is the CEO of Living Vehicle, Matthew Hoffman. Hi, Matthew.
Hi, good morning, Fred. Nice to see you this morning.
Nice to see you too. Let's chat first about the company that you've created here. It's a family affair. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so what started out about 15 years ago, very humble beginnings. My father and I started renovating Airstream trailers after I lived in one for a little bit, and that lasted for about a decade. And we got a lot of experience renovating old trailers and making, people's dreams come true in vintage shells. And that eventually morphed into this current business, which is Living Vehicle. It's a ground up luxury travel trailer company. It's an all-electric RV. And my wife is also involved. She came on about 7 years ago, right after we met. And so it's a family affair.
Describe for us what you have been building and how they're different from other types of RVs out there.
Sure. Living Vehicle, first and foremost, it's the most quality product that you've ever seen. In the RV industry specifically, it's ubiquitous for putting quantity over quality, is a good way to put it. And the commoditization of the industry is really pushing for price, which through suppliers and a lot of that kind of quality falls by the wayside. So the first thing we're putting about in LV is the best quality product we could make. And you really got to see that to fully understand it and appreciate the details. The next thing that separates us is that, RVs are really recreational by nature. It's even in the name. Living Vehicle, LV, it's designed for extended use. So designed for living. It's more like a habitat. And so if you're going to live in something for a long period of time, you can't be constrained by things like winter or freezing conditions or not being able to stay somewhere for an extended period of time. And so with LV, the fundamental technology is self-sufficiency. So our goal is a net zero product, a net zero habitat, a living space that is powered by nature, powered by the sun, and doesn't require any external input. So no connection to shore power and other things like that. So it's designed to exist independent of any outside utilities. And we are getting closer and closer with every iteration.
That sounds really exciting. So tell us what you've had on the market, and then we'll talk about what is brand new.
Sure. So for the last 6 years, we've been in Living Vehicle. The current business has been in business for, half a decade now. So we've been in full production. We've got hundreds of units on the road. And these units are, been evolving every year. The first product, it's basically an all aluminum travel trailer with very high-end systems, and designed for purpose-built living, with bedrooms and living spaces that adapt, and a fold-down patio so you can enjoy the outdoors where you're traveling to. And with every iteration, every new generation we bring on, I think we're on Gen 3 now. The quality continues, and then also the systems and independence continues or grows in innovation. And so the stuff that we're coming out with now is just amazing. We can exist completely off grid and powered by the sun. So we have expanding solar arrays on the roof with up to 6,000 watts of solar power to generate on a portable habitat. That's stored in, near 100 kilowatt hours of energy. So the same that you'd find in a larger battery pack on a car, a vehicle, an EV. And then enough power to power basically every single system on board. So, the goal is to travel out into nature, into off-grid environments, and be able to run all the luxury systems that you're accustomed to at home. And then we have other utilities that we're overcoming, such as water. With the 2024, this is the first year we've offered water generation. That's a water from air technology that pulls humidity out of the air and fills up our freshwater tanks. So further removing the confines of utilities so that we can exist independently. And that's ultimately the goal. So the 2024 is a massive leap forward in that regard.
And Being off grid, living off grid in one of these, I guess one of the things that people would have to figure out how to deal with would be the black water tanks, I guess is what they're
Absolutely.
known as.
Yep. So we have systems there too. That's all part of the ecosystem. We do have black water solutions where you don't need to have a black water tank, whether that's incineration technology. So, using propane or electricity for incineration, so you don't actually have to utilize a black water tank and can expand other systems. There's also other technology, similar to cassette toilets, but those are a little bit archaic. You have other systems where are kind of dry flush toilets, which are pretty sweet. So there's a range of technology there. And then also, as the next things that we're marching towards is kind of that wastewater ecosystem, leveraging water reclamation and water recycling, so that you can minimize waste, if not eliminate it altogether.
Just amazing. And the technologies, whether you're talking solar panels or batteries, those things are evolving pretty quickly today, aren't they?
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that anchors us. It's a core tenet of Living Vehicle, is that we're designing these products to be adaptable as the future moves forward. So a lot of what we use from a technology standpoint is consumer grade. So, the highest end yacht products that are out there that exist, we pull a lot from the marine industry. But that's for a reason, is that we don't want to design and implement very expensive proprietary battery enclosures and cells and then technology that will ultimately go out of date, in 5 to 10 years. It's like owning a car that's 5 years old. You don't have that nice big screen, and you don't have a lot of the self-driving technology or just the driver assistance stuff. That's just because it's a car that's over 5 years old. And so our vision is to design something that's very flexible so that you can accommodate system upgrades. We run conduit throughout the unit, but provide a foundation that's extremely high quality, that's designed to last for generations.
So tell us about the latest here, the HD24.
So the 24 is our newest model. It's a 24-foot travel trailer. It's all electric. We do have redundant systems that can power off of gas, however, so we have propane as an option, so that if you're planning on going into winter conditions or cloud cover, you can utilize propane as a backup to run backup generators or leverage power from tow vehicles. This is a smaller product, being 24 feet long, which allows couples and folks that want to get a little bit further out there, that aren't burdened by such a long product. It's a little more adventure focused. Now, one of the great things, we did get rid of the bedroom, but that allowed us to put in a pretty massive 5-foot by 8-foot adaptable storage space. And so this is like a walk-in closet in a 24-foot trailer, which you can store your gear with you, sporting equipment. We have a lot of customers that store a lot of tech gear. So folks that are doing on-the-road production and then leverage the off-grid systems and power plant to power all their, remote studio work. So we got folks that do that, and then they use that gear closet to store all their equipment where they travel to. So it's like a mobile roving powerhouse that allows you to accomplish your best work. And that's what the 24 unit has, all the systems and technology of the flagship of the HD series, the longer unit. But it's just in a smaller, more nimble package.
You said there's not a bedroom, but of course you do allow people to sleep.
Well, of course, yeah. So it's not a dedicated bedroom, what I meant. There is sleeping quarters inside the unit. It's just, it leverages the living space to have a drop-down bed. With a push of a button, an integrated mechanism, a bed comes down from the ceiling, and it's a queen-size bed. There's also another queen-size bed underneath that comes up out of the lounge. And so they're sleeping for 4 in this unit.
Very often in RVs, especially maybe that size, the cooking facilities are, I don't know what you would say, skimpy perhaps.
Subpar, yeah. Well, but see, it's not necessarily skimpy because it's designed for recreation. And a lot of folks will compromise if they live in it for a longer period of time. But a recreational vehicle is not designed for cooking. I mean, you might do that when you're camping a little bit. You enjoy a meal that you cook together as a family, but maybe you're cooking on the campfire. Maybe you're going out to dinner a lot when you're traveling recreationally. So it's more of a supporting role. But in a living role, with a living vehicle, it's one of the main tenets that you do every day. And my wife and partner at the company played a major role in the design. She really just, in this lifestyle, we started the very first living vehicle out of our prototype. And that was a result of, Joanna, my wife, basically saying, okay, I can get on this lifestyle, but here's about 40 problems that we need to solve. You got to figure these out, and then we can make this work. And so she was a chef, prior to this, she was a trained chef. So she played a major role in the design of the kitchen.
And did I read that you have a background in architecture?
Yes, I'm a licensed architect in the state of California, or recovering architect, if you will, with all the regulations and challenges we see here. But that's something that I did for about 3 years, got licensed, thought I was going to go out and start an architecture firm, and it turned out to be a trailer company.
But obviously the knowledge you have, training that you have is very valuable here. So tell us where pricing starts on this and how people can learn more.
Yeah, the 2024 lineup starts at $299,000, goes up from there. We have used certified pre-owned products that are readily available that are below that and above that. It's a very wide range. Our products really are, it's a luxury product. It's on the higher end. So if you're comparing us to another product, look at the Class A diesel pushers, the higher end motorhomes, that kind of stuff. We just have a disconnected tow vehicle, a very nice high-end tow vehicle as part of the integrated product. If you're looking to learn more about Living Vehicle, go to our website at livingvehicle.com. Feel free to reach out to us at hello@livingvehicle.com, and all the social accounts we're active. It's all just Living Vehicle.
And do the EVs that are arriving, including things like the Cybertruck and the promise of bi-directional charging, what kind of promise does that, do you think, hold for what you're doing?
Well, I think it's massive. The future is electric, as we're all aware. We're all marching towards that. And having a vehicle, a trailer, a living space and a habitat that is supported by electricity, it's only natural that a tow vehicle becomes part of that ecosystem. And like you said, bidirectional charging is only part of that. You can power, our goal is to have the living vehicle be powered not only by the sun, but use those resources to power the tow vehicle. So having the tow vehicle as backup, so you can get rid of backup generators, and then if you need to, take the tow vehicle and basically capture energy from another source, bring it back to the living space. Also Living Vehicle currently is a backup power source for a brick and mortar residence, a home that's on land. So you can extract power, plug it into your power panel at your home, and then extract power in an emergency. So I think the adaptability is just phenomenal. And you can bet we'll be ready when products like the Cybertruck come out. We'll have a product that's designed specifically for that.
That sounds exciting. Again, it's Living Vehicle is the name of the company, and the website again, livingvehicle.com.
You got it.
Matthew Hoffman, thank you for taking time with us, and congratulations on the innovations.
Thank you, Fred. It was great to meet you.